Welcome back to NASCAR Race Hall. Breaking news on this Tuesday. A few moments ago, Hendrick Motorsports releasing a statement. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will not race for the next two races, Watkins, Glen, and Bristol. Dale Earnhardt Jr. out of the race car. That'll be 5 consecutive races. Dale now out with concussion-like symptoms he suffered earlier this season. Jeff Gordon will once again be filling in for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Hendrick Motorsports crew chief for the 48 team, Chad Knaus, and Tommy Baldwin racing driver Regan Smith, a good friend of Dale Jr., joining us on the show. A good panel. None of us knowing this news about to break, boys. But both of you know Dale. You know what he's been going through. We understand he's been up to Philly today and did not get cleared by doctors. Chad, what's your reaction?
I'm saddened, of course. You know, I want him back. You know, I can hear it in his voice. I can hear it when we speak to him on the phone or if we have a group chat or whatever it is. He's sad that he's not in the race car, that's for certain. But I think he also understands that he needs to do what's right for himself right now and get better. And the good thing is, you know, we want Dale. We all want him back in the race car. 1, he's a great race car driver. 2, he's a great friend, and we know what he means to the industry. But what's really working in the favor, I think, right now for the 88 car is that they've got Jeff Gordon in that car. Now, again, they haven't had the performance that they need. We see that, you know, they're not finishing the way that they want to. But by having a driver like Jeff Gordon in the race car, that's keeping that team operating at a level that I think they wouldn't normally be doing with a typical substitute driver. So with Jeff Gordon in the car, you've got a lot of press, you've got a lot of prestige, you've got a lot of fan base around you. You've got to make sure that you're still putting the best product out there you possibly can. So what that tells me is when Dale is ready to get back in the race car, that 88 car is going to be running full steam and ready to go.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is Dale's health at this point. You got to take care of yourself. Concussions are nothing to mess with. It appears that he's doing that. He's been transparent with everybody about that. So kudos to him for being that way about this situation.
Dale saying throughout this entire process, my health is my #1 priority. A statement coming out from Hendrick Motorsports. Here is Rick Hendrick on the news. Dale Jr. missing the next 2 races. Quote, we have a break in the schedule after Watkins Glen, so the extra week of recovery time will certainly be a benefit. Dale will be back when he's ready, and we're looking forward to that happening. But the priority continues to be his health and his well-being. We'll keep our focus on that and let the doctors guide us. For more on this, Alan Cavana joining us now. Alan, what's the latest you're hearing? Dale Earnhardt Jr. out the next 2 races.
Yeah, Danielle, and this is something he updated us on yesterday via his podcast. He was up in Pittsburgh again meeting with doctors. He's told us he was going to meet with 5 specialists today. Obviously, we know he was there, and he has not been cleared after meeting with all those specialists, so he will be out now for at least 2 more races. Now, in that podcast yesterday, it was an hour long. It was very in-depth. It was very revealing, and we heard from him about his thoughts toward the future and what he expects and everything. This was before he knew he was officially out of the car. And one thing that scared him, he said, as you'll hear in a moment, is that he's been through all this concussion stuff before, and what he's going through now is unlike anything he's ever experienced.
This is scary for me because of the way it's been different, and I'm having balance issues. I've never had balance issues before. The eye issues with the stability, I've never had that before. And how it didn't begin at the event. It started weeks later and came on very slowly, very gradually. I want to race more. I got another year on this deal, and me and Rick have sat down and discussed our future and what else we want to accomplish. I'd love to race more. In my mind, my plan is to race more. You know, I have plans to keep going. I'll worry about that when I'm well. Mm-hmm. I'll talk to my doctors and say, what do I have left as far as the racing? My doctors are confident that they can make me stronger than I was before this event.